and welcome to yet another episode of A Slant Eye View with two Sides of Cauliflower. Unfortunately, this week I don't have too much to review necessarily, for a myriad of reasons which I don't feel the need to get into. That's not that important. I haven't really been able to, not that I haven't been able to, I haven't had the access that I normally have during the week to watch the action as it transpires in Thailand. Like, I thought for sure I would have some sort of analysis of the Dr. Knot show in Lumpini this past Friday. And the only reason I bring that up is because one of the guys at Siam Fight, I believe Kevin Nolan, is one of the promoters for that show. So kind of a big deal to me that he pulled something off like that. And the main two fights, I'm hoping I get to see him here before too long. Kumandoi versus Chai Mangko and Pajin Chai PK Sign Chai against Morakat Petsamain. And I believe Morakat is a Petchinese fighter, but I'm not positive. Anyhow, I'm interested in seeing both those fights. Haven't been able to catch them yet. Other than that, there's been a few title fights over the past week at the major stadiums, but nothing that had me going, I wonder what's going to happen there. So, yeah, I wasn't that attentive to the coverage of it. Sorry. So, unfortunately, this week I don't have any KOs of the week from either of those two stadiums. But I do have some KOs that are quite worthy of acknowledgement. First, I'll start with one that happened in Thailand, and I believe it happened at Rang Sit in Bangkok, which is, you know, that next tier of stadiums led by Channel 7. You know, it goes Lumpini, Ratchamadern, depending on your point of view, I guess. A lot of people will say Lumpini's here, Ratchamadern's like right there. What the time that I was fortunate enough to be in Bangkok and attend both stadiums, I would actually put that in reverse. I would put Ratchamadern right here and Lumpini right there. But who am I? Stupid foreigner. That's who I am. And then right under that, you would have Channel 7, Rang Sit, Amnoy, and to a certain degree, Max down in Pattaya. Even though they mostly do a lot of foreigners and stuff, they're bringing up Thai guys too. So I would also put them right on that second level. And then, if you go by TV ratings, they're the top level, Max Pattaya, that is. But as far as the level of fighters, I put them on that second tier. Anyhow, at Rang Sit, Kunpor Silaphone KO'd Sing Sampan Por Pampin Sap. Hope I got that right. Awesome move. Sokwa off of a failed teep. He went in on a teep. It kind of got diverted, and as he was getting diverted, he brought that elbow in behind. As someone of power in the United States would say, beautiful. Just the best, really. The best. I've seen many an elbow off failed teeps, but that was the best. And I know the best. Anyhow, enough of my real shitty impersonations. Then the next knockout that deserves some mention would be, in my opinion, the great American hope when it comes to Muay Thai, and that is a fellow named Gaston Bolanos. He's started meddling into MMA. I don't know if I encourage that. He had an awesome knockout last week in Bellator kickboxing with, it's not patented to him, but he really loves the soklap, back elbow, and he got one in his Bellator kickboxing fight. But anyway, he caught a real nice knockout. Could have been last night or the night before. Friday or Saturday. Not positive. I think Triumph United, which is one of his sponsors, posted the video, and it was a full rules Thai fight, which is what I'd like to see him do more of. Knocked the guy out with a liver shot. Always beautiful to see the body shot crumple. Because it's harder for the layman to fathom what that is like. Whereas the headshot KOs, it's easy to register why that happens. But when someone gets hit on the right side of their body with a left hook, or even worse, a left knee, and they just kind of collapse, most people don't really get it. I mean, they understand it. Oh, he got hit in his stomach and hurt bad. Now, he got hit in a very specific organ in his guts that kind of made him or her shut down. And until you've actually had that shut down feeling, it's hard to relate to it. Some other athletes know too. It's almost akin to getting the wind knocked out of you, but a little bit more brutal. Because it's not like you just can't breathe. You actually can't anything. For lack of a better way to explain it, you just can't anything, which includes standing on your own 2 feet. Anyhow, a real nice left hook to the liver from Gaston Bolanos for his KO. And I know it doesn't pay as well, but I really wish he would stick with only Thai rule fights. And I would like to see him go to Thailand and fight and see how he does. He's just light enough to where he can actually compete against some high quality Thai fighters, and I'd like to see how he does. I think he could probably do better than any other previous American, and that's not discounting the likes of Joe Schilling and Kevin Ross. Those guys are really good. They've done a lot for the country as far as sort of putting us on the map. But I think Gaston is probably the best American in competitive weight classes. I think this Chip Pollard fella in Boston at Sit-Ya-Tongs is probably the best American Muay Thai fighter, but he's a heavyweight. So he's only going to fight other Western people. I doubt he'll ever fight a Thai at his weight class. But Bolanos could. Anyhow, I'm getting way too freaking caught up in that shit. So I want to go over a few things that's happening with. I already told you about that. I talk about the anniversary show every week. I'm gonna do what I can to actually watch that live this coming Thursday morning. Thursday morning, December 21st. A couple announcements for that particular show. The Sexagon Pampayak co-main event is also going to be for the inaugural IBF belt, and then Pampayak is going to put up his WBC belt as well. So it's going to be like a unification at the same time. IBF is also going to do an inaugural title, because I talked about that last week as well, them putting their fingers into the Muay Thai world. Petchutong Orkamwang against Kalnar PK Saenchai Gym. Both those fights are going to be fucking phenomenal. Putting these new belts on the line is going to make the stakes even higher, so I'm excited. Right after Christmas, there's going to be big shows. I talked about Rafi Bohic against Chad Collins. I was shocked that two foreigners were going to be headlining a card at Lumpini. But then I forgot, oh yeah, Rafi Bohic is actually a current champion, so that's going to be a title fighting along with that. Two foreigners fighting for a Lumpini belt. That's rare. So day after Christmas, night after Christmas. The rest of the card's got some okay fights on it. Nothing that really grabbed my attention, so to speak. And then the day after that, Petchendi's putting on a big show at Racha, featuring a rematch between Wanchalong PK Saenchai and Boonlong Petchendi Academy. I don't know why they're going so immediate with the rematch. I thought Wanchalong was pretty convincing in this victory, but I don't know. Maybe the guys at Petchendi saw something. Who knows? Also on that same card, the headliner is going to be a match between 1990s legends, Samson versus Virapol. I'm not so excited about it because these are older guys. And I probably should be more excited about it because they're right around my age. And I think it's awesome that both those guys can still get that much interest to where they could headline a show at one of the major stadiums still. But I don't know that their performances are going to be worthy of headlining those places. And that's my sole and only gripe about it. Otherwise, I think it's awesome and phenomenal. What else did I want to go over real quick? Oh, yes. Last night I watched some UFC. The UFC on Fox. Major network show. There was one fight, Sergio Ponzinibbio against Mike Mr. Platinum Perry. And there was a lot of hype about this being, there's no way it goes the distance. It ended up going the distance. But all through that fight, and I hate to sound full of myself, but all through that fight, I was noticing that the Argentine-Brazilian Ponzinibbio had many a chance when he had Perry against the cage, where if he just would have, what I like to call swing step and head kick, it was there so much. And he finally did it towards the end of the fight. And I actually, something I never really do when watching fights on television too much, I actually yelled at the screen, you should have been doing that the whole fucking time. Because he had so many opportunities to execute that head kick off of a punch combination with the guy's back against the cage. And he didn't do it till the end of the fight. He might have finished that fight if he would have been working that technique from the first round. But then again, I hate to sound like I'm Mr. Know-It-All, because I'm not. I'm Mr. Know Nothing. But I did see that shit. Anyhow, another thing I want to give mention to was the main event, Dos Anjos and Robbie Lawler. Very entertaining fight for me, just from a strategic point of view. I really like the development of RDA's Muay Thai game. He's getting really adept at sneaking in his elbows in the clinch, and I think that's awesome. I wish he had slightly more power. He's a little bit undersized for the weight class, because I think if he would have landed those elbows on someone that was more his size, so to speak, because Robbie Lawler looked a solid 15 pounds, at least heavier than him in that fight last night. At least 15 pounds heavier than him in that fight last night. If he would have caught those same elbows slickly right out of the clinch like he did against Lawler last night on somebody that was his size, lights out, my friend, lights out. But regardless, great performance by him. I think he should have went even more vigorously with that calf kick. Possibly would have gotten a finish, but the win nonetheless. I don't know how excited I am about him fighting for the title, just because I think he's so undersized, and the guy that holds the title in that weight class right now is oversized, and he seems to do really well at carrying that oversize and not having it cost his gas tank. So we'll see what the future holds. That's about it for me. Oh, and I wanted to say one other thing. I just came back from Thailand, and Thailand has the best pineapples. In the United States does not have the best pineapples. As a matter of fact, I think that we should enforce a trade embargo on the nation of Hawaii for not giving us the best pineapples. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.